Alrighty, if you're watching this video, I have successfully cannibalized my Sony HDR XR 500 right there for its hard drive. Which is totally fine because I have this thing using what is essentially a 256 gigabyte memory stick. So its hard drive really wasn't doing a whole lot. So I guess I'll just put the HG10's hard drive in its place. Oh yeah, that's another thing. I got a Canon HG10. 40 gigabyte hard drive really wasn't doing it, so I decided to upgrade to 120 gig. Eventually I'm going to try to get an SSD into this thing because spinning hard drives are kind of a pain in the dick. But for now, it will work for what I plan on using it for, which is just another camcorder. It seems to be doing alright. Now I gotta see what resolution it uses in the highest quality mode. Also, not powered microphone. And on top of that, LED lights. Wonderful. It has a very similar control layout to my HF10, which kind of worries me because the HF10 died very quickly. I have the drop sensor turned on so the camera will stop bitching about it. Cats are a good way to test out camcorders. The internet loves cats. Hi, cat. Cat. This thing is actually probably older than some people who are watching my videos right now. Probably can't see too well right now, but the flash housing has a crack. Knock the fucking lotion down, you little shit. It's not even mine. I'm pissing about it. I really like this camera because it's huge. It's ludicrously huge for what it is. But then again, it is from 2007. Cat. Focus. How do we do that? How do we manual focus? Oh, the turn wheel actually controls that. That's pretty cool. No focus assist while recording, though. That's useless. It's not going to show up on there. God damn it. I'll probably kind of get that, maybe. Can I look at it through the viewfinder? I can't. Wonderful. Probably not going to show up at all. But the counter on this thing does not reset when you stop recording. It keeps going, and I think that might be a vestige of the HV20 firmware that this is kind of based off of. And yes, I'm recording in the highest bit rate. I want to see if it's gonna be 1920 by 1080 or if it's 1440 like everybody bitches about on the internet. And holy shit, the battery's already half dead. I'm gonna need to buy a new battery for this thing. That shows up whenever you change any sort of mode on this camera. Do not be alarmed. The memory stick is basically a combination of two micro SD cards, so the camera doesn't exactly know what it's doing. And even though it can properly read the storage, as you can see by the remaining time, it just doesn't know if it's reading it right or not, even though it is. I've really got to get a better battery for this thing. It hasn't been being used all that much and it's already almost dead. Still got to test to see if the highest bitrate is going to give me Also, one thing that I've noticed, weirdly, this thing seems, at least on the LCD, to have a sharper image than the HFS21. We'll see how that comes out once the deinterlacing filter hits the video. So yeah, if you're wondering what kind of shit-ass quality this camera records, imagine the kind of video that you get out of the Canon HF10. That's almost exactly what this camera records, even though it has a larger lens and a normally 40, though in this case 120 gigabyte hard drive slapped onto the side of it. I think that it does a pretty good job. I'm gonna have to see if I can get the microphone attenuator going so that way it doesn't peak out like it probably is right now. Oh, that's a ribbon cable on the lens. I thought that was a hair inside of the lens barrel. Nope.